Blizzard is about to make the worst mistake of their life.
The next thing then, this is interesting, AI dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon, TM.
Now, there's, so difficulty, instance, dungeon follower, brackets new, players 1 through 5. What could this possibly relate to? And the
AI
answer is
maps.
Final Fantasy 14 with Judy.
Yep, the trust
Judy support
system.
Judy support.
Yes, Judy support
Also
system.
known as a trust system before.
Yeah.
So if you you can do a dungeon with AI NPCs. For a lot of people, this could actually be fairly big. And in FF14,
I think this is the worst decision Blizzard could ever make. A lot of people are holding on to the last vestiges of their gaming credibility by telling themselves that if there were 5 of them in the game, that every boss would die in the first try, and they'd never wipe in a raid or in a dungeon. Whenever you add AI companions into the game, you remove that person's ability to shirk responsibility onto the other people in the group, and that person now has to come to terms with the reality that they're actually bad at the video game they've played constantly for 15 years. It's going to get them to quit the game. I'm worried. I am worried, guys.
I think that the Judy support system made them feel comfortable weaving dungeons into the level up story.
I went to the Endwalker like press event for Final Fantasy 14, and I did the Endwalker dungeon with a few content creators, and it was actually really kind of annoying, and I was getting agitated. And then I did it with the trust system, and I had so much fun. I was like, this is so much fun. I love this. This is great. Like, the trust system is that it's just bots play for you, right? Instead of doing it with like other people, you're doing it with like Thancred and fucking Alphanaud and I forgot the last one that was there. Alice maybe. And they just like do the dungeon with you.
Which I think was kind of sometimes important for how it's like narrative played out.
They always have.
Yeah, but they felt more confident being able to do that. That people could still play them single player.
It was such a it was such a pleasant experience. I just got to do the mechanics. Nobody ever cried, "Oh, wait for my mana!" Ah, bitch, shut the fuck up, you bot. Catch up, bitch. Yeah, it was so much better, dude. I had such a good time.
And that resulted in a couple of issues with people sometimes, like having literally people who were wanted the story but didn't like want the group anxiety, or were playing something they didn't want to play, or even one of the major problems with that is queue times for your DPS, especially when it comes to older content. So you don't have to worry about that at all with an ability to have AI people do stuff with you and literally go, there you go. And it also works as in, now I don't know if WoW will be able to do this because it would be very heavily scripted. But one of the things 14 does which is really cool, is the allies you play with end up being more or less like tutorials in a way, where if you
they're better than players. They're better than players. Whenever the boss does the fireball, they go behind the thing that you have to go behind for the fireball every time. The big boy casts meteor, they line of sight the meteor every time. There's never I had to finish my... No, I was out of it on my screen. Guys, I don't know what... I think I have to call my ISP. Oh, oops. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. So, oops. It never happens.
Watch their behavior, you learn what to do. And
Flippy for games.
In a world where you can have a load of AI people and they give callouts and do callouts and say things and explain them in text boxes that appear on your screen, then you see...
Yeah, that actually is true, too. It's a very good point that he's bringing up, is that the AI trust system in Final Fantasy actually says what to do for the different mechanics.
Oh, look at that. The tank has said, healer, they're about to hit me. And so you're the healer, and you go, oh, right, they're about to hit, I'll heal up.
Like, I'm trying to remember, like, there was another game that I saw that with, like, very recently. I forgot which one it was.
You'll see that as a DPS. And that can be completely automated.
By design, yeah.
Maybe you see it as a DPS, you see the tank saying, healer, top me up after this
attack. Is it Dragon Age?
and then next time you go into the dungeon, you go, oh, I
Dragon's
know how
Dogma.
that works.
Yeah, Dragon's
Well, I
Dogma.
can feel that
Yeah.
now. I feel comfortable. So there's a potential for that in there, but it is also mostly just the idea of, yeah, you want to play the game, but other people are scary. There you go. And you like, obviously you can see
It's not that they're scary. Well, it is that they're scary. I'm scared of wasting 13 seconds of my time waiting for somebody to drink. I don't want to wait. No. I want to go right now.
and go,
No.
well, obviously that's insane. Because if you're playing World of Warcraft for a long time, you're like,
Can't
well,
be
this
real,
is an
come on.
MMO?
No.
What do you mean? You don't have to interact with players to play the game. And realistically, you haven't had to interact in a group setting to play the game in a long time.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of
This
going,
is
"Well,
really important for WoW because Mythic Plus is one of the most toxic atmospheres in WoW because of how many things can go wrong and the punishment for things going wrong.
well, let's make this a better experience for a lot of those players. I think it's like, this will likely not result in less meaningful player interaction because it's not going to be for Mythic Plus. And the people who will choose this are
It's not, but it helps people learn Mythic Plus.
probably going to be either not playing because they don't have this option, or they will be bad group members because they don't want to interact and they're like horrified of what's going on,
Yeah.
and like there'll be bad experiences.
I think also like with LFR, a lot of times I would queue into LFR back in the day and I would do nothing. So like I had an idea that it's actually better to not be on the DPS meter because if somebody scrolls down and sees that you did 17 damage for the whole fight, they're going to kick you out. So what I would do is I would kill my character while not actually damaging the boss. So I would buff somebody in combat or something like that. So I'd be in combat with the boss. And that way I would be like effectively like a ghost in the raid.
because it's like if person A wants to be in a group, person B wants to be in a group, and person C doesn't want to be in a group, and you put A, B, and C together, no one's going to have a good time, basically.
This is good for retention,
Yeah, exactly. Good for that too.
I think.
Keeps
So,
people involved.
Yeah, no, I think pretty cool.
This is crazy that they're doing that, honestly. Like, I'm really actually excited to see what this is going to be. I meme about it, right? But I'm genuinely excited to see where this is going to go. I'll link you guys a video. It's a Bellier video from a couple of days ago.